Okay, the guided practice. So this is going to give you some examples of what you're going to see on your homework. Vocab says a proportional relationship is a relationship between two quantities in which the ratio of one quantity to the other quantity, I have to pick as it is or is not constant. So I go back to my notes. Proportional relationship is the vocab word. Here is that vocab word. The relationship between two quantities in which the ratio of one quantity to the other is constant. Next vocab says, when writing an equation of a proportional relationship in the form y equals kx, k represents the, we labeled it as constant. Number 3, write an equation that describes a proportional relationship between the number of days and the number of weeks in a given length of time. Complete the table. On the top it has weeks, on the bottom it has days. Whenever you have a table, you should always label X and Y, because to write that equation I'm going to need to know which one is which. So I'll always put it out front. It will go in that order. Okay, so it says 1 week has 7 days. 2 weeks has 14 days. Those are pretty easy. Now I can see the relationship here. It is taking this top number and it is multiplying by 7 to get the bottom number. So 2 times 7, 4 times 7, 28. Something times 7 is 56. So now since I want to go the opposite direction, I need to do the opposite operation. I need to divide by 7 to get 8. 10 times 7 gives me 70 days. It says let X represent the number of weeks. Let Y represent the number of days. The equation that describes the relationship is blank. So once you get to this on your homework, because you're going to have some scenario, maybe a table, maybe a graph, you always need to start with this form of an equation. Y equals kx. Y is going to be some type of total. K is going to be the constant that I can get by doing y divided by x, because on that first note page it says to get the constant, take the y, divide it by the x. And x is going to be a variable that's changing. So underneath where I'm going to write the equation, I'm going to write y equals kx. It's really not that hard. Y is going to stay in there. X is always going to stay in there. I just have to fill in a number for the constant. As long as it's a proportional relationship, the only thing I have to fill in is for the letter K. So I'd go back up here and I'd write K equals Y divided by X. So in your table, these were all X and Y's. So I'm going to take a Y value and divide it by its X value. So 7 divided by 1 is equal to 7. It has to work for the whole table for it to be a proportional relationship. So if I take this Y value of 14 divided by 2, I get 7. 28 divided by 4, I get 7. 56 divided by 8, I get 7. 70 divided by 10, I get 7. It works for every single column of that table. Y divided by X, Y divided by X. It's going to be the bottom divided by the top, the bottom divided by the top, over and over and over. So we found the constant to be 7. This is the equation that represents that relationship.